Warning! Rope darts are dangerous! What did you expect? Tying a knife to the end of the rope and swinging it around like a freaking cowboy can result in great bodily injury or death to yourself and others. Consult a professional, wear protection. For God's sake, replace the knife with tennis ball. Be safe or I'll get you. I'll get you! Always was fascinated by the rope dart, although I didn't know it was called a rope dart. Scoured the internet for information. After doing all my research, I figured I need to make a proper rope dart. This video is going to be about how to make a rope dart using your kunai. First, I want to talk about what I've learned about rope darts. I'll include links in the description of this video if you want to check out where I did my research. Number 1, the dart. There's no fixed shape for a rope dart. It can be in the shape of a spear, spike, or have multiple edges. If the dart has a round, spear-like shape, then it's not a rope dart. It's a meteor hammer. The meteor hammer is very similar to the rope dart, but it's almost twice as heavy as a rope dart and thus produces even greater force. Traditionally, rope darts are 12 to 14 ounces in weight, but commonly, darts that are sold are 5 to 6 ounces. If you want to practice a rope dart routine, you would use a dart that weighs less than 6 ounces because it'd be faster to spin around. Anything heavier than 6 ounces is more for tradition, as a heavy weight is needed for a rope dart to be lethal. Number 2, the silk flag. The silk flag has a different purpose depending on its placement. When it's placed around 7 inches away from the dart, it can confuse the opponent as to where the dart actually is. When a hole is made in the center of the flag and then strung at the base of the dart, it creates a blossom effect, which is great for those watching a rope dart routine. Overall, the flag helps balance the dart and improves the user's aim as it makes a small dart easy to locate. Number 3, the chain links. The rope dart is tied to a chain link. The link is threaded through a hole at the end of the dart. As you could see, I did without the chain links and used a hitch to tie the rope to the kunai ring. I chose this hitch because it should stay in place no matter what direction the pull is coming from. But if you want to see how the rope is usually tied to the links, I found an explanation of it in Donald Hyun's rope dart DVD. He uses a simpler knot and secures it using athletic tape, whereas I secured my hitch using a figure-8 knot. There are usually 3 to 5 chain links on a rope dart. The extra links have 2 purposes. Number 1, the sound effect is pleasing to the ear, and according to a Shaolin instructor, the sound of links hitting each other improves the practice atmosphere. Number 2, when the dart penetrates the flesh, the extra links will latch onto the internal organs, pulling them out, or in Scorpion's case, pulls an entire body towards you for an uppercut to the face. Number 4, the hand loop. At the end of the rope on the rope dart is a loop for your hand. This loop is placed around your non-dominant hand, which is called the anchor hand. The loop functions in keeping the rope dart from slipping away. I used a bowline knot for my hand loop as it's the best way to make a strong, reliable loop that will not jam no matter how strong the pull is. And once again, I added a figure-8 knot to the end just in case the knot slips. Are you still awake? Good. This is about the time when I find a kid asleep as a teacher. Okay, number 5, the rope length. This length widely varied from 10 feet to 16 feet. But the consensus is that there is no fixed length because it depends on your stature. What I found is that the rope length should be as long as your entire arm span down to where the dart hovers above the ground. Tom Fazio uses what he calls a long sash, as the rope portion of his meteor hammer is made out of silk. His sash is 4 meters long, that's about 13 feet, but then he wraps it around his hand until the dart goes down to just knee height. And lastly, a Shaolin disciple says the rope should be double your arm span. In the footage you'll see of me throwing, I first made my rope length 4 meters long, but recently I shortened it to be as long as my arm span down to the ground. At 5 feet and 4 inches tall, this length of rope is about 9.5 feet. And now on to learning how to make the actual rope dart. Sorry this took so long. Okay, so I have this solid braid nylon rope. It's 1/4 inch in diameter. When you're looking for a rope, I've read that you shouldn't go with twisted braid or diamond braid. You should feel the rope, and if it hurts your hand when you do this, then you shouldn't get it. Cut out the flag portion. I'm using my pinking shears. I'm gonna cut here and there, and it's gonna make a square. I'm going to cut 2 slits near the center. Those holes.
Hey, speak America in America.
Take your flag, place one end in the hole, place the rope through the kunai loop, and then you're going to do a round turn and then place it through the next hole. Then I'm gonna do 2 half hitches. Place that end, there's 1 hitch, and then you need a second hitch in the same direction. Just in case this piece slips through that hitch, I'm going to do a figure 8 knot at the very end. So I'm gonna take this, turn it twice, place this end in. What I'm gonna try now is just tightening this all up and making sure there's like no space right here. You don't want like extra rope hanging out from the end. So this is how my finished product looks like. And I think it's correct. I actually think this should be longer, but I don't know, it works. I actually want to tie a loop at the end for the hand to go through. So I'm just melting the ends. Okay, now we're gonna do a bowline knot. You have your line, make a loop like so, and then you bring this through that end, and then you bring this around that end, and then you put it through.
Yep.
And that's it, it's so easy. Woohoo! Okay, now I don't have it wrapped up at all. So maybe that will help. Yeah, that's why. If it's wrapped around your hand, you can't let it do that. If that makes sense. You need to have that motion. I got the top zombie.
Watching the master.
I don't see what you're saying.
Watch, I'm gonna look.
Oh, come on.
Is this enough for your outtake?
Yeah. Nice.
First time.
You like went over someone's head. Oh, I got his head. I love it. When you get it attacked, just make sure they're right behind me. So much fun, baby. So I hope you liked my rope dart making of the rope dart Kunai video. My goal is to practice my rope dart with a rubber ball though, or something that won't essentially hurt me. So thanks and bye. Okay, now we're gonna do a bowline knot.
You should have done some editing where...
I need my book.
No, you don't.
Do you know how to do a
Yes.
bowline? Okay, tell me.
So start going. There you go. Done.